Oh man, is it the blue wire or the red wire? I always mess this part up. Fortunately, this isn't that urgent of a situation. I mean, it's a bomb and all, but you know what's far worse than this situation? The real estate market. 78% of people literally think it's the worst time to buy real estate. They don't even know. Let's go defuse that bomb. That was obviously a stressful situation, but this one has me far more stressed out. Right now, you should be buying a house. There are three major reasons why. Because of the incredible discounts going on. It is so opposite, but I have such a hard time getting people to listen to me. Even in 2008, I bought thousands of homes, and within 5 years, my investors made over $100 million in profits, and I only wish I could go back in time and do 10 times more, but that timing has struck again. Right now, if you know what you're doing, please pay attention. We are definitely in uber crazy times. When interest rates were lowered in 2020, the housing market exploded. The government wanted people to buy as much real estate as possible to stimulate the economy, because back then we were going through this thing called a pandemic. The economy had stopped, and they're like, if we can just lower rates, we can create this buying frenzy, and it worked. People shop payment, however, rather than price. So when they could all of a sudden afford more house, the typical US home price increased by more than $100,000. It also had to do with the fact that we were missing millions of homes that had been stockpiling since 2008, and we hadn't recovered from that. We were also now living in a post-pandemic world where people said, I don't have to go into an office anymore. That means I need a different house, because I need a house that also has a much better living circumstance, an office, because I'm going to be spending a lot more time here. Now, with rising interest rates, transaction volume has dramatically decreased, and people are doing one thing. They are fearing the crash, maybe not so different than a pipe bomb that hopefully won't go off over there while we're shooting this video. So how are these facts affecting the real estate market today? It's doing it in three ways. And here's the first one. In certain markets, you're going to find all of a sudden significantly better deals. Why? While Zillow predicts overall home prices to decline by 0.7% in the next year, it's important to know how each individual market is responding to the current trends. For example, homes in Los Angeles will be hit hard, whereas homes in Orlando may actually benefit from what is happening. By the way, 0.7% is basically saying nothing is going to happen. We're not expecting home prices really to go down. They're going to stay stagnant. But you know what that means for foreclosures, people that bid off too much house, people with interest rates that they really can't afford? That means that we're already seeing a glut of homes going back to the banks, and that means that real estate is about to be on sale in a far bigger way. And when you can get way better deals, it really begs this question. Where are those happening? Let me show you right now. Here's a funky looking map of the United States. Doesn't really look like it because it looks like the kindergarten forgot to fill in the rest of the holes, but what you're really seeing here is red, white, and blue. And in the areas where you see any shade of red, we're expecting home values to drop, like that's California. It just fell off into the ocean. But also we look at Orlando, it is deep blue. Why? Because people are migrating here, and this is where we are missing a lot of the homes inventory-wise. So you can look at these individual markets and start saying, wow, Louisiana doesn't look like a great place to be in for real estate as far as home value goes. But where you see blue, this is where you're going to see prices continue to increase. Speaking of bombs, let me drop another one on you right now. Check it out. More supply equals better deals. And right now, you know what's been happening in the country? Because interest rates have gone up, we've had a breath, we've had a pause, and all of a sudden homes are starting to stack up on the market. Housing inventory is quickly changing. The number of homes is up 13.6% year over year, and the number of days on market has increased from 25 days before it's sold or under contract to 44 since last December. This means that power is shifting into the hands of the buyer, hence the investor, hence you and me titling this video, hey, now is not a suggestion. Now is when you want to strike. Now is when you want to get a piece of real estate, right? Like now is the time to get some action in the real estate game with really, really, really good deals. And guess what? Rents are still increasing, although those increases have slowed just a little bit. This is from Associated Press. With the softening of home prices, has also been a softening in the rental market. For example, whereas the national median was asking rent up 16% year over year from May 2022, that's now shrunk down to just an increase of 4.8% year over year in December. And because of the softening, cash flow protection has become more of a priority. Like even when I'm buying real estate right now, because I buy homes every single day, I'm asking, what is my specific cash on cash? When I lay out $50,000 as a down payment on a property, there's the total ROI that I'm making a decision on. And then a part of what comes back is going to be measured as a cash on cash. Like the positive cash flow goes in my pocket, aligns my pockets, and real estate gets me richer. That number has shrunk a little bit, but it's always lagging, which means that when the interest rates shift back down and we see inflation go down, we're going to see home prices go up, and then it'll be a lag of 12 to 24 months later, rents will be back up again. So what is the potential in this for you? Why am I making a video saying, hello, real estate's on sale, get it right now? Well, check it out. Although cash flow potential is slightly down, a buyer's market increases the potential for more negotiation on price and overall higher returns. In other words, all my buddies, all my investor buddies and I in the game of real estate, our smiles are literally from ear to ear because we've waited a decade for the market to shift. It's been a long while since we had 2008, that 5-year recovery, and then what the last 10 years has been like. Because interest rates will likely fall when inflation stabilizes, it is crucial to buy within the next few months while we're still in a buyer's market, instead of waiting for the mad bidding wars after the rates fall again to ensue. Because I'm going to tell you right now, prices are not done going up because we are missing millions of homes. We have literally had the refs call a pause in the game saying, we've raised interest rates to a point where it's unreasonable for people to buy at that frenzy rate because we're trying to stop inflation from going up. Once we get that under control, we'll lower rates, and then boom, the game is going to be back on again. But during this break, the question is, will you have bought some of the best real estate in the country? I know I am. And if you want to get your hands on it, I'll make it turnkey for you. It is totally possible that you might be a subscriber on this channel. You watch a lot of my videos, but you've never heard me say this. I partner with people all over the world. If you've been stockpiling money in a 401k, an IRA, which by the way pay you nothing, or you've been trying to pay off a house, or you've been doing the worst thing, just putting it in a savings account, stop it. Right now I can show you how to put it in the game of real estate and earn record ROIs. My ROIs, if you put $50,000, for example, in a single property where I do everything for you, that one home will turn into 2, and then 5, and then 20, and it'll keep going up over 20 years. It can literally turn into $17 million if we average a 34% annual ROI. Sound crazy? Yeah, but remember, I got track record on thousands of homes like this. And if you want to know what that could mean specifically for you, click the link below. Ask to see some information in that link on my partner page. Talk to a member of my team if you're interested. And literally, you might be given my cell phone where we are partners, connecting and texting. And I'm going into the market and literally getting the very best deals for you. When I started getting in the real estate game, I was curious, what real estate takes the least time, the least effort, the least risk, and works in both up and down markets? In other words, recession-proof? Well, in this video right here, I'm going to show you exactly what that strategy is so that you can win no matter what timing it is in the economy.